welcome, Witchlight hands. So you've decided to tune into our Thursday stream. That was a choice. Be Frayed, Do Crime, also known as The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, is a stream with high stakes encounters. How those stakes got up there, we have no clue, but we hope they're medium rare. I'm your DM, aka Dungeon Mother Mocats, and this is my playground. Hello, chat. Hello, cats. And let's get started with announcements this evening. I was caught off guard when I started this. Our schedule is as follows. Strahd enjoying a good old fashioned human Capri Sun on Sundays on Strahd Sucks. Wednesdays are always up in the air, I guess you could say, in the Unbroken Veil. And we circle back to Mirrors, Magic, and Mayhem in the Wild Beyond the Witchlight here on Thursday evenings. As always, mental health days are encouraged and never missed on our channel, so keep an eye out for announcements and updates on said schedule at your mental wellness leisure. All of our streams are at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I hate to mention it, but we don't sell plaques in our merch store. But I'm sure our players will get you one if you have the proper currency for purchase. You can, however, buy with real human paper money, fun shirts, and a blocker for the water squirts in the bathtub, a shower curtain. Help us keep the witch lights on. These get worse by the week. Speaking of places you can embarrass yourself for free on the internet with poorly written jokes, come hop in our Discord, why don't ya? We accept people of all classes, subclasses, and even partial classes. We love building your characters with you. Not to mention, the map of our lovely Witchlight Carnival is there for your eyeballs' enjoyment. She's a real cutie. Last but not least, we have our cast of players. Believe it or not, they don't just sit in their chairs for a week waiting for the next stream to occur. So, without further ado, Damien, would you like to start us off with what you're involved with outside of Indigo Chameleon, buddy, as always?
Outside of Indigo Chameleon, you can find me at twitch.tv/thedomasaur, where I play games. Maybe D&D, maybe in the future, maybe. But until then, you'll find me here.
Excellent. Okay. Maz, would you like to talk about that juicy pod?
Yeah, that's a woof. You can find me on Google Play, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Jousting through Cinto. We are getting to we actually had a nice little arc finish up. Now we're trying to figure out where to go next. So that episode should be airing probably tomorrow for all your good world needs. That's right. I get to use the joke this time.
Wow, we're really getting into it this evening, folks. And I love to see it. We have a guest this week. I'm sure you guys have noticed Adina has accepted a real-life in-person play position, so they will not be joining us for about 3 weeks, so I have stolen Kat. Because why not? We do crazy stuff on this channel for fun. Kat, what do you do outside of other streams on Indigo Chameleon for anybody who doesn't know who the heck you are?
Don't know who I am. Where have you been? Let me inflate my ego a little bit. Well, I'm here on Sundays too, where I play a very overstressed mother of 3. It's fun. And then I also play Vampire the Masquerade on Rep RPG on Friday nights, where I play a gang girl with 3 willpower, which means she has ADHD, even in an afterlife. It's great for her. I also will be starting a Wonder Home campaign, slice of life kind of animal people campaign, starting June 1st on Rep RPG, where Mocats is playing an otter. It's gonna be great.
This is the first time I did not realize this was streamed. Cool. All right. Awesome. Good way for me to find out. Amazing. Okay. So moving on. It's all right. I guess I just have to get up and actually get ready on Sundays. That's gonna be fun.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, buddy. You're fine. Gotta love the chaos here. It's what I live for.
God, I thought you knew. I thought you knew.
Indigo Crime. Anything for the good of the channel other than a joke, perhaps, because why not? We're already in it. This. Wow, I almost said this morning. Oh, that was a hydrate.
It's been a great start.
Yeah.
I've lost the ability to drink fluids. All right, I'm good.
You good, Scribe? Any?
Stay tuned to the channel for the latest and greatest. There's a few campaigns, that are coming up, but I haven't told any of the players yet that they're streamed. So stay tuned for cool stuff coming down the pipeline. They just don't know it yet, but it's gonna be some good times. Thank you so much for everybody. We've been getting such great support from everybody with subscriptions and biddies and channel points and all that fun stuff. If you pay attention, I've added something really kind of special and fun to the channel points counter tonight. If you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you can have your good buddy Cheshire leave you a voicemail, or if you want to hang out with Remy or Robin, any of those things. So we're gonna have fun with it. I think what we're gonna do is MoCats inspired me. I think every couple of shows we'll do like special exclusive channel points that'll disappear the next game that we have. So just sort of like limited time special edition stuff. So, but yeah, we're going to be in Denver, doing live shows. So if you know anybody out in Denver and you want to come and hang out with us, please do. We encourage you to come to the Mile High City and hang out and play some D&D. It's going to be a good time.
Wow, so cool. All right. And with that, super graceful introduction to this evening, everybody. Welcome so much, chat. Thanks for the vibes. Back to last week's brief and mostly accurate recap. After I decided last minute to give everybody a one more time uncommon item, so everybody now has two, our party took a turn chasing a rogue Kenku, who turned out to be just as sneaky as our frog boy and managed to outrun Bay, our best bunny. After summoning everyone over for information, Diana Cloppington, a faux centaur who made a bad deal, as she says, provided the party with a puzzle of proverbs. The carousel unicorns then spilled their guts after being quickly solved, and our players found out that the stolen items taken from them in the beginning of the campaign have now been claimed by various hags in the three splinter realms of the Feywild outside of the carnival. As it turns out, this place is not all that it seems. Robin decided to distract the crowd as Gunther broke open the carousel door that they last saw the Kenku disappear into, only to trap himself and everyone but Robin in a small door, leading down to what Robin recognized as a planar opening, writhing in inky tentacles at the base of the steps inside, much like the ocean at night. With the party magically put to sleep, Robin somehow managed to rescue the sleeping party after burning his last bardic inspiration on himself. With the information that he swore he saw the hint of Mr. Witch's pocket watch at the base of the carousel stairs, a threat and a promise was made. We ended with the party mid-short rest, gazing at the pair of the Witchlight Fae, Thoe overhearing a snide comment between the two. And that brings us to the present. Across the grass, my dear Witchlight players, the usual carnival mist lapping at your toes, you see a single finger call to none other than your resident Bunny Bay. You all see as Bay slowly gets to their feet, their hands shaking ever so slightly, a lump forming in their throat. As the girl in the pig mask manifests from behind Mr. Witch, in her hands a small parcel with a note attached. She approaches the Harangon with haste, thrusting the package into their hands and toddling off into the big top tent. Anybody with a passive perception over 12, I won't ask. You hear Witch whisper to Bay, "Make it quick. We don't have all evening." And Bay's eyes glaze over a bit as he heads over to the carousel, opens the hinged mirror, and heads inside. Black mist lapping up from under the mirror as it closes for just a moment behind them, but then immediately reopens. A giant white and golden elk peering through with an elven rider on its back squeezes through the planar gate, hurriedly racing towards Witch and Light. The carousel shudders with heft as your eyes are drawn to the individual now handling Mr. Witch a parcel with a note similar to the one that was just handed to Bay. Kat, would you like to describe Amor?
Amor is currently on the back of a giant golden white elk. Behind the elk running through the carousel is also in the same color schemes, a giant badger and a boar that is following behind her. she stands at 6'2", very slender, very tall, looks very high elf, with like a tinge of wild in her. She has leaves in her hair, and her clothes are a little mismatched. Lots of scarves, lots of bells, She basically jingles as she walks, as she hands Mr. Witch the parcel with a little curtsy.
Um, he looks down at you. He is slightly taller than you, Amor. Um, and gives you a wink. This is the first sign of caring character anybody has seen. You can all clearly see this from the side of the bushes next to the carousel. My dear party. Amor, from the Lost Things cart, though, you already have 3 giant beasts behind you, but coming bounding across the grass, his golden jewelry glinting in the moonlight, his giant wings flapping so he hovers and bounds just over the carnival grass, instantly knocking you off of your elk and onto the ground. He does have a service animal harness that says Lost Butterflies on it. Is your displacer beast Turligron?
Legrand, and I really squeal and pet him and give him all the loves because I am very excited to see him. I haven't seen him in a while.
You guys are
Perfect.
seeing this, right? Like, this isn't.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to react. Is the fact that Bay just went into the dark space, and
Yeah.
this a part of the show? Like, is this a part of the circus?
This was not on the roster.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I would know. I would notice a white stag at a carousel.
All right. All right.
No, that's my good boy. How are you doing? Is you good? Is everything good? Is you doing your job? And I'm like nuzzling and talking to
He's purring and making biscuits with all 6 paws, kind of flopped over onto the grass.
Wonderful. After some love, I just stand back up.
Zoe?
Do we have any reason to be alarmed that Bay just grabbed a package and left?
I don't know, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and also my only other question was, nobody else other than me overheard Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, the little conversation between them?
Nope.
I heard the let's make it quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello. Hi. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Okay, first of all, did everybody notice that Bay went? And I heard something. Can they hear us? Are we in hearing distance of Mr. Witch still?
If you whisper, they are clearly having a conversation with the elven woman. You
After
guys
huddle.
Okay.
assume you're
So
okay.
she's not up to us yet. Okay.
Correct.
Then I guess I'll talk to the group and say, okay, did anybody else notice that they just went? Also, they were just talking. I don't know if you heard it or not, but Mr. Witch said, do you think they know? And then Mr. Light said, oh, I don't think it matters. They'll know soon enough. And it sounded a little ominous, and I just didn't know if anyone else heard it except for me.
And then Bay, when he got that package, he said, make it fast.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. I was a bit distracted after sort of getting everybody out of that room as quickly as
thank
possible.
you, by the way.
No, it's fine. I know any of you would have done it for me. Is everyone all right after all that?
I'm fine. Also, are we sure that Bay isn't just stealing that package? Bay seems to have some sort of kleptomancy kind of. They just like to steal things. It seems. They actually succeeded this time.
Isn't kleptomancy what wizards steal when they want to become a rogue? Is that what they learn when they?
Oh no.
It's one of the schools of divination.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Mr. Witch said make it quick, then obviously Mr. Witch knows that Bay is taking the package, and Bay keeps running off on their own anyway. And so
I'm
perhaps
sure
this is
fine.
just yet another time that they've taken off on a mission unknown to us, and perhaps maybe this time we should just wait for them to come back on their own.
Sure. I mean, I'll play devil's advocate, though. I mean, for a time, Gunther, I know that you sort of hopped away for a wee bit, and
Yeah.
came back all the better for it. My only fear is the carnival doesn't go for much longer. I mean, our night is wearing thin. If we wish to sort of explore more, now would be the time to do it. And if I'm being completely honest, like Bay kind of does what Bay wants to do anyway. So perhaps it might be better to do a wee bit more exploration and just sort of let Bay come to us when he's done.
I mean, it's either he'll come to us or we'll find the crowd around him. One of the two.
Yeah, we'll see the guards gathering at some point, and we'll know. Oh, they're back. You know what I mean? So why not? Is there anywhere else that any of you wanted to go?
Part of me wants to go see why there's an animal entourage going on by the carousel, but that's just me.
No, that is quite strange. I mean, I don't even know. I didn't know that you could tame beasts like that. I've seen them out in the wild, but I wasn't sure. Yeah. No, lead the way, Gunther.
Sure. Yeah. He's gonna go down. Yeah. With someone coming out of the carousel that we got put to sleep in, he's very intrigued by this.
Okay, is Gunther the only person approaching Witch and Light right now?
Oh no! I will.
Thank God.
I'm alongside of him. You know what I mean? We'll walk together.
Okay.
I will have the back of any Von Gunther, so I shall go as well.
Fabulous. The entire gang is going forward super unforebodingly to meet this complete stranger that is currently dealing with Witch and Light. Two individuals that clearly have mixed ideas of what good and evil are from what you guys can tell.
What's the vibe check? Because this we've seen them separately. I don't know if we've ever seen them together in the same space.
Next to each other, it is almost like they are two magnets that are opposite polarizations, like one positive, or is it the same where they kind of like won't ever touch?
Opposites.
There's like
Yeah.
okay, so there's like a negative energy between the two of them where you can tell like they don't really want to be close together, but they work together. This is their carnival. Kind of like two bosses that think that they should be in charge over the other kind of a vibe where they're kind of side-eyeing each other. Mr. Light in particular is currently side-eyeing Mr. Witch because there is clearly kind of like a, not necessarily a father-daughter vibe, but like Mr. Witch is somewhat lovingly looking at this elven individual that's ahead of you guys, and Mr. Light is not having it.
Mr. Witch was the one that I encountered in that room, or
You think so?
I think so. All right,
Yeah.
sure. So we'll walk forward, try to walk forward unmenacingly as we get closer and closer.
Okay.
Maybe whistling a jaunty tune.
Perfect. Seeing you guys approach, Mr. Light instantly retreats a bit. Mr. Witch stands his ground, towering over everybody, putting away his pocket watch at his side. Amor, he'll put a hand on your shoulder, and address you softly, knowing the others can probably hear him, but intending for them not to. Unfortunately, I do not have resources to keep track of you today. Would you mind being bothered by these troublemakers for a little bit? I mean, I know it is not ideal. I feel like if you get to know them, I don't know. I will use your interpretation of them to determine whether or not they are worthy of meeting us or not. But until then, enjoy your evening. And Mr. Witch and Mr. Light turn around and head back to the tents behind the big tent where their carts are in the staff area.
Lord just looks at the party and gives a smile. Hello.
Hi. We're sorry to bother you. We hope you're not offended. Is that... Are you with the circus?
Yes.
Can we ask to what capacity?
What capacity. And she'll pause and she'll pull out of her pocket, she pulls out a tarot deck.
Are you a fortune teller?
I am.
Oh,
Oh,
it's another psychic.
yeah. No, that's great. But, how lovely. You know, we didn't know that there. We knew there were fortune tellers and things of that sort. And you work here?
Yeah. For quite a while.
All right.
You have quite an entourage with you. Do they have names? And she's looking over at the. Oh my gosh, the what was it? An elk and a giant badger and a boar, and now there's also a displacer beast there.
Would you like to pet them?
Well, certainly.
And she'd nod her head, and all three of the boar and the giant badger shit, the elk kind of just leans his head down.
Oh, this is Bunny Blossom, by the way, and she points to the little dragon behind her.
It's just, oh, hello. Hello, dear. What are your names?
Oh, I'm Zoe Sar. You can call me
Zoe.
Zoe.
Zoe?
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I be doing introductions for everybody? This is awkward.
It seems to be. It seems you are the one who is most likely to talk to me.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Robin. He's usually a lot louder than he is being right now. I'm not sure. Are you okay, Robin? I mean,
No,
is there something
no.
wrong? Anyway, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you?
But no. I'm a little concerned. Is all. We.
Same.
You'll have to forgive us, dear. A few of these individuals, including Thoisar, was just in a room that you seemed to come out of, and they were not faring as well as you did when they left
Oh, was
that
I supposed
room.
to give fake names?
No, Thoy. I think that cat is out of the bag. But
Well, I can come up with fake names for the other two. Well, I'm now she knows. So it's probably too late. I'm sorry.
it probably
You could
is.
still give me a fake name, and I wouldn't know.
But now if
Well,
I
now
give you
we
their
know.
real name, you're going to think it's a fake name. But if I give you a fake name, then you'll still think it's a fake name, or maybe you'll think it's a real name. And I think everybody needs to
Zoe?
introduce themselves. This is too much pressure.
You can give me whatever name you wish. I will call you whatever you like.
Oh, well, I can't give you my name. I'm so sorry.
Oh, let me rephrase. I apologize. I will call you whatever you wish for me to call you.
Oh, you can call me Zoe.
Zoe.
I'll let
I got
everybody
that
else
one.
introduce themselves so that if they want to give you a fake name, they can.
Perfect.
Okay.
As Thoy mentioned, I'm
Yeah.
Robin. And he'll point over to Gunther, and this is
Gunther.
Gunther.
Gunther?
Hey,
Yeah, and the rather handsome individual with the behind me is.
And then, wait, quick question. We still on the telepathy?
No, the telepathy is changed. It actually, I think the only person that I have connected with it is Robin right now, because the other one is Bay.
I am not. We've never been telepathically connected.
I cut the link between Lofus and Thoe last week, and I put it with
Oh,
you
that's
and
right.
Bay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just you and me then, pal.
Yeah, so it's us.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll telepathically try to communicate, and I don't get any response. I'm not even left on red. It just says delivered. I'll be like,
Sorry.
okay, I'm blocked. Anyways, hey, I'm Lofus von Godwin, at your service.
That's a dangerous sentence.
You know.
Did you want to pet the animals, Chloe?
I did.
Please do.
I mean, because I want. Not because, I just want to. All right. Yes.
Go. The only one I will not pet without specifically asking is the displacer beast. But the other ones you're free to pet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, do you work with Mr. Witch? Like, I guess I'll ask
I
what
work
we're all
with the
asking.
carnival,
Yes, but he seemed
and he
particularly
owns the
interested in
carnival,
you.
does he not?
Well, he like half owns the carnival, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, he's like your half boss.
No, I work for Mr. Witch.
But you work for the carnival, so you also kind of work for Mr. Light, right?
No.
Telepathic Robin. Don't like that answer.
Are we not? And I'll telepathically. You almost died. You almost. It felt like everyone here almost died, and they just walked out like they were going to get a tin of biscuits and a wee bit of milk, and my brain sort of broke here. So perhaps a drink, a stiff drink, something.
Sure,
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'll turn and go. We didn't get your name, dear.
Amor.
Amor, you work here at the carnival. You're going to know where the best drinks are, I'm sure.
Of course I do.
Would you mind walking us in that direction? I feel like all of us could use a wee bit of a dram here to just sort of get our bearings.
I would absolutely love to. Mocats, where can I find drink?
The
Fantastic.
nearest drink stand is over near the Lost Things cart. And you guys are actually led over by Durlagron, the displacer beast with the Lost Butterflies service vest. And he saunters over very quickly, seeing a small child in front of the Lost Things cart, kind of actively ringing a small bell and looking around nervously with his hands kind of twirling and whirling amongst themselves. And you see as Durlagron goes over and kind of nudges him with the tip of his nose, and the kid instantly calms down and looks much safer than he did a couple minutes ago. And real quick, the kid is going to hop onto the small saddle that is on Durlagron's back, and Durlagron is going to start perusing the carnival looking for the child's parents. But you guys are all going to enjoy a drink next to the lost items cart.
And just so I'm aware, this is not typical behavior of Displacer Beast. I've never seen them domesticated as such. Okay.
I trained him to do that, you know.
You've trained a Displacer Beast?
Yes, I've had him since he was a cub.
I didn't even know. I guess all of my time spent in the Feywilds, I had just known them to be somewhat vicious, but that gives me hope.
I trained him to find lost children's parents.
Oh, that's really. Do all of the animals do something?
No.
Just him. All right.
Well, they probably do something.
Well,
They do things. They do animal things.
yeah.
That's a really large badger.
It's a very large bat. Yes. It's very good at finding things.
Mm-hmm.
And I go behind the bar and I make them drinks.
Oh, fantastic.
Whoever's behind it, I'm like.
Time to take a break. Yeah.
The Witchlight hand, you tap out the Witchlight hand that's behind the bar cart. They go on break to the staff area behind the big top tent, and you make them drinks. Can you give me like a performance check? I want to see if you like accidentally like poison anyone.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm pretty good at performance. It's fine.
Either that or medicine. I mean, this is
not
alcohol we're working with.
20.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding. I will
Wow.
send it to you right now. I am excellent at making drinks.
Fabulous. Okay, anybody who wants a drink, they look exquisite. Like, we are talking top shelf, vodka, tequila, whatever the heck.
Sure.
In D&D realm, like
D&D tequila.
we've got multiple colors, we've got fruit.
All of them are a little glittery.
I don't usually drink, but those look exquisite.
Mhm.
They're
So,
very good. You won't even taste the alcohol, I assure you.
is that good?
Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Everybody drinking these, the party can take the effects of a long rest.
Oh. So it's
It's not
the
planned, but I love that.
it's the opposite of actual alcohol.
Correct.
This is why
No
we play
hangovers
D&D.
here, gang.
It's drinks made by me, so they're perfect. So it happens.
Yes. I need somebody to give me a perception check, if you would not mind.
Sure.
Fine. They don't have to do that.
No.
I'm quite good at perception.
We get these at advantage, so
Mm-hmm.
It's a dirty 20.
yeah, it is, Zoe.
Alrighty. So
That's a
next to you, Thoe, as you are enjoying the sippity sip on your drink that the lovely Amor has prepared for you, you see next door to this small bar cart. Attached to the Lost Things cart is Mitty's Many Mirrors and Things. And there's a small sticker underneath that does say recently under new management. And in teeny tiny print, like the coins that you all received, it does say we also make plaques. You're right next door, so
Well,
I
what?
see nothing better than alcohol in a plaque shop.
What?
That sounds
That's all we
great.
need.
What?
I have all sorts of
Word.
gold specifically for plaque.
Okay, you have to try saying the word. Hang on a minute. Plaques.
Oh, plaque, not clap. Yeah,
Plaque.
no, that makes more. Oh, okay, and we'd see it over off in the corner. Oh,
It's like 10 steps to your left.
gang,
Oh.
we have
Oh,
a job to do. If you want to come with us some more, you're welcome to. But we've got to see a gentleman about a plaque, and I know that sounds like a euphemism, but it really isn't. Yeah.
Oh no. Wait a minute.
What?
Does anyone remember his name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Nicholas has a
Who's
plenty of
Nicholas?
plaques. Are you
Does
getting him
Nicholas
another
have a
one?
last name?
Nicholas, no last name given. That's what we got.
Nicholas, no last name given.
Yep.
Nicholas. Nolastnamegiv.
He's got enough of them. I'm sure they have him on speed dial here.
It's so weird that you guys have his last name. He doesn't usually give that away.
That's true. Let's just go, and we'll grab a plaque as quickly as we can. We still have a little bit of that money that we found that can only be redeemed here at the plaque store.
You guys also know Nicholas's last name is Midnight, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicholas Midnight. Excuse me.
He does have a
I've
last
been
name.
new.
I slept
Just
since
so no
then.
one feels crazy.
Sure.
Okay.
Robin will walk into the plaque store and mirror and sundries.
Oh, I'm going right in because I was very adamant at the beginning of all of this that we needed a plaque.
Bed, plaque, and beyond.
Yeah, Gunther's coming. Bed, plaque, and beyond.
Perfect.
That was a good one.
In fact, I get to check the little box that I made on day 1, episode 1, where it says, make sure Goblin gets A++ plaque with his picture. It's a little box, so I get to check it.
Fabulous. You guys, as you enter, are shocked to behold this tiny shack of it is Mitty's Many Mirrors and Things. I am regretting that name now. Mirrors all over the wall with plaques like stuck to them with D&D command strips because they have used up all of their wall space on mirrors to work up to the name. And they're blank plaques, ready to be used to be unstuck from the wall at any given moment. And there is nobody working here, from what you guys can tell, but there is a small bell on the front counter.
Go behind the counter. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I'm joking. No.
Oh,
No offense, are you pressing it? Fabulous. You guys all look on as none other than Nicholas comes out from the back room of the plaque shop with a under new management Nicholas Midnight name tag
fantastic.
on his
Amazing.
breast pocket. And he kind of looks at all of you guys.
We're not going
And
to
he
really do
looks
this,
like-
are we?
Well,
He looks
we're
like
doing
a
this.
different man.
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Mm.
How are
And he-
ya?
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of stands and crosses his arms and
Listen.
outstretches a hand.
Listen. I'm sorry about beating you in the snail race, alright? And I know it's gotta hurt, alright? But at the end of the day, you're either first or you're last. right? And you just didn't. You weren't first this goal. So I did you need something with your hand outstretched?
Telepathically, Gunther's like, man, you're really killing this one. You're doing great.
It's like,
I mean, technically, there are new races every night, right? So there's so many other times you could win.
Wait a minute, I have a question. Was Nicholas also at the cupcake eating contest?
No.
Okay, cool. We can't bug him on that.
He clearly works at the ticket booth and then works here part-time because they only take tickets for so long. Once you're in the carnival, like, the ticket booth closes eventually. But you guys notice Nicholas has a new air about him. He's clearly been doing very well for himself. And as he begins to speak, his voice has cleared a little bit. The coins that you all had, I'm going to need them if you want to buy a plaque for me.
well, no, Nicholas, you misunderstood. We don't want to buy a plaque from Nicholas who works at the plaque store. We want to buy a plaque for the Nicholas who works at the ticket booth. So I would hope that you're able to display a like professionalism and help us not ruin the surprise for Nicholas that works at the ticket booth, because we really would like to make their day here.
And he kind of unsticks his top name tag, and below it says Nicholas with a K instead of a CH, ticket booth connoisseur.
We have a Moon Knight situation here.
I'm not
The
sure
more
what you mean.
Well, no, Nicholas. It's pretty self-explanatory. We are trying to surprise Nicholas that works at the ticket booth. So you, Nicholas, who work here at the plaque store, you can help us because I'm sure you know what sort of plaque Nicholas at the ticket booth might best enjoy. So you have the opportunity here, Nicholas, that very few individuals get, which is getting a present and surprising yourself.
Do this plaque, repress this memory, it'll be done. It'll be great.
Nicholas just
Give
looks
us
you
the
up and
bar
down,
doing
Robin. Yeah. And looks at you, looks at the pouch to your side, and looks at the wall where all of the empty, not laden with words quite yet plaques happen to be hanging in solid order. Are you going to buy anything with your money
I
here
will
that's only good here or
He's
not?
holding an action right now for the minute Nick starts to hesitate and look like he's not completely sold on this.
Well,
Sure.
all of these persuasion checks are still at advantage. Not advantage, but with a +2 because my face is still covered in glitter,
it's
by
still
the
glitter.
way.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was holding an action with glitter that I was
Yeah.
going to pretend to
No,
sneeze and sneeze more glitter all over him.
No. You
But is
blind.
the glitter still in effect?
No,
with it?
you blinded me a good 20 minutes ago. So
Well, I didn't know if the long rest negated the glitter.
the booze, I had enough booze that it sweated through my.
I don't know.
The booze
I don't
has
know how
more,
these things work.
but the booze had glitter in it.
There was
now
double
it's
the
So you're
glitter.
fine.
All right, so we're still good. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I hand over all of the coins that can only be used at this particular location, and say, I want you to help us surprise our friend Nicholas with the most amazing plaque. Please.
This goblin's gonna be the big bad. It's like
You
Amor
hear-
just really is sitting there with like her head tilted this entire time.
You
It's
hear
just-
a
this is normal
familiar as Nicholas opens a small door, climbs up onto the chair that makes him level with the countertop, and eagerly takes your money before twiddling away with a fresh plaque, putting his name on it. What should I put on here, Inspector?
I think you should put Nicholas Midnight, A+++, ticket booth operator.
2.
I'm sorry?
He needs his picture. Because the other one's had his picture. It needs his picture.
Yes, you will have to leave and covertly take a picture of Nicholas at the booth, but then come back.
Nicholas takes a small D&D Polaroid out of his wallet, out of his pocket,
Yeah.
and slaps it on the counter.
Oh, Nicholas.
Yeah.
What good customer service.
Oh God.
And as he finishes up the plaque making, this is a hell of a bit. Would you like it mailed?
I mean, is it extra?
We can deliver it
No.
in person.
Yes, let's hand deliver it to Sir
Can we get
Nicholas.
Can we get a gift wrapped?
Can we get gift wrap?
I think it should be
Wrapping
gift
is
wrapped. You don't just
extra.
hand someone a plaque. It's an event.
I
It's an
slide
ordeal.
over my plaque coin that I've been saving for 200 years.
This
you
will
happy
cover
to-
the gift wrapping.
Are you giving Nicholas more work?
No.
Is that what we're doing?
Tell you what, Nicholas, we're gonna walk out. Would you mind? And he'll just covertly point to his name tag. Can you just give
Mike?
us? No. No. Would you remove your? And then we'll be in just 2 seconds. Can we have the plaque, please?
We go to the ticket booth to hand this to
The ticket
Nicholas.
booth is closed.
Oh, it's
But that
closed.
doesn't
Okay.
mean that we can
Absolutely.
talk like a back
No.
door.
You don't need to gift wrap it. You don't need to deliver. Just the next time you see him at the ticket booth, would you hand this to him and say it's from us, and he'll know who you're talking about.
But we won't get to see the look on his face when he gets it.
Oh, that's true.
Or just points at Nicholas. I assure you, it'll be the same face.
Oh no, wait! I've got it. Robin will turn around and turn into Nicholas, and then turn back and be like, "What?
Pretend I'm him.
A plaque for me? Ah, I love it. I'll cherish it forever."
Oh my god.
This whole bit has come
Nicholas-
full circle.
He just gives an old, tired and hands over the plaque that he made for himself to you. A mirror image of himself.
And I will take the plaque and hand it back to Nicholas and change back into myself and be like, so it'll probably be a face like that, though.
Okay. I mean, in hindsight, what you should have done is turned into Nicholas the plaque maker, and then Nicholas the plaque maker could have turned into Nicholas the ticket taker.
Yeah, I think
and
we
then
need to do that again.
I'm probably overcomplicating it. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
No, you have valid points. Those are good notes for next time.
Okay. Should the next plaque have 4 pluses on it?
I don't think I'm ever going to make another plaque again.
I think we've peaked.
All right, everybody. Has the bit sufficiently
Oh,
been
yeah.
Yes. Hello,
Perfect.
check mark there. It's just
Loose ends checked off.
Tied up loose end. Amazing.
Tied up loose
Any
ends.
remaining fool's gold coins in anybody's pockets dissipate.
Oh,
Like the funniness of this bit. Okay.
he still has theirs. Write that down.
Nicholas,
Puts it as 2 weeks. Now.
he doesn't put it as 2 weeks. He does place a "I don't work here" sign, like you can buy on the D&D version of Amazon, on the top of the counter, and gets down out of his small trapdoor that he uses to get up there, and goes back into the back, and takes a long, long sip of something in a cup, as you guys are all leaving. You guys do see that Durlagron is back and waiting at attention for more outside of the lost things cart.
Do they just help people find, like, ones that they've lost here at the carnival, or can they find things?
I don't know. I've never tried things before.
I mean, I know that we're missing a few things, and they're off in the far reaches and things of that sort. But
No, he just does the carnival. I'm sorry.
Just the carnival. No, though that's fine.
Yes.
It's fair.
I mean, I'm gonna ask what I'm thinking. Amor, why are you with us?
Shrugs.
Huh?
She just shrugs and she kind of like looks around, looks back at you, and says, "I mean, I've been here a long time. You're the most interesting thing I've seen today."
Well, and Mr. Witch said that we overheard what he said to her about like assessing us, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough.
So what do we need to do to get the meeting with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light? I guess is the next question.
You guys already like the whole like tattoo smiley face situation. You guys already have a good vibe. Essentially, you just have a babysitter now to make sure you don't cause any more like problems or plot holes in this campaign.
Amazing.
Got it.
Amazing.
Oh, I'm so sorry that
we've
is
got
your
a chaperone.
responsibility. Oh.
No,
So
that
how
makes
long-
sense. You need someone to babysit a party to make sure they make good decisions, so you chose Kat to be the babysitter.
Sure, Kat is well known for helping with railroading DMs for sure. That's
Yeah, you know.
well known.
So the vibe is
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
We're
if-
just killing time, essentially. Like, like the circus is at a good place. Like,
I mean, if anybody wants to like insight check Amor, you can.
I mean,
At the question, Amor will kind of like tilt her head back and forth for a moment, and then she grins and she said, "You can pick a card."
sure, I'll do it.
You'll do it.
Sure, I'll do it.
I will send a mental message to you. Out of your freaking mind. A strange woman at a fake carnival asked you to draw a card, and you're just
Sure.
like, oh.
You said it yourself. We're killing time. We just went to a plaque store, and you're berating me for a card?
If somebody comes up to you in this realm or any other realm and says, "Do you want to draw a card from a random deck of cards?"
It's a
Feels like they're having a
circus.
very silent conversation.
Yes.
And with their
It's
hand
just,
movement.
it's just Gunther and Robin just staring at each other.
Nostrils flaring.
I mean, anyone can.
It's
Though,
a
sorry, would you like to draw a
circus.
card?
Well, can I trust you if I draw a card? I mean, I would love to, honestly. And you seem very trustworthy. I just, now that Robin has said what Robin said, now I'm second guessing if I should even draw a card and
My cards are not magical in any means. Anyone can check that if they like.
See, we're fine.
I shall send my echo to draw a card.
can I have an insight check on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's a 19.
The card, she's telling the truth.
Then yeah, Zoe will absolutely pull a card.
Wonderful. So she will sit on the ground and motion for everyone to sit with her. And she will hold out her deck to Thoisar. She pulls a card. And for Thoisar, what turns over is the High Priestess.
Ooh.
And she looks at it for a moment. As she looks at it, her eyes kind of glow over for a moment. And she goes, "Thoisar, you've made many sacrifices, haven't you?"
Oh, you have no idea.
And she smiles softly and leans forward a bit. "I promise you, with every bit of my heart, every sacrifice you have will be well worth it."
See, good stuff.
Thank you.
She smiles and she will hand you the card.
But don't you need this back if you're going to let other people pull cards?
I will
Isn't
find
this
a
your
new
job?
one. I will find a new one, do not worry. And she pulls out an identical High Priestess from her box and puts it into her deck.
That's my secret. Everyone gets the High Priestess.
Who would like to be next?
Thank you.
Sure, I'll do one.
She holds it out to Gunther,
Okay, well.
and Gunther pulls the world.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't say I am. I think that's more of a Robin thing. But I appreciate the sentiment.
Her eyes glow over again, and her smile kind of drops for a moment,
Ah, hell.
and looks over at you, and
Ah,
says,
beans.
You are a sturdy one, like the world itself. Mushrooms?
Yeah, I got a bad relationship with mushrooms.
The mushrooms are always watching you.
Fantastic.
She'll hand you the world card. Do the
Never
same
mind, I hate it here.
thing. Who wants to go next?
I shall go next. Also, I love how no matter where Moss goes, there's mushrooms.
It's always
Oh,
mushrooms. It's
man.
mushrooms all the way down, baby.
It's an unfinishable bit. Sorry.
Fantastic. I can't wait for this one to get affected too.
So you pull a card, and he gets the magician. And she kind of looks over at it, and she laughs. And she says, a copy of a copy of a copy. Maybe you should try playing yourself one day. Instead of
Maybe.
someone else.
Got him.
Maybe.
And then hands you the card. And she looks at Robin.
And he looks back and crosses his arms and...
You don't want to draw one?
No, I look, I respect it, and you are better than most. I'll give you that. I'll tell you what. I will draw a card
All right.
if you let me draw a card for you.
Ooh. Sure.
Who wants to go first?
You're first. It's my deck.
All right. We'll use my deck for your card. And he will draw a card from the deck.
You draw the lovers. And she takes it, and her eyes get a little brighter with the glow over. And she goes, you should beware secrets made in fey courts with roses. And hands the lover's card to you.
He takes the card.
Your deck, then.
Give me a number.
You using Deck of Illusions?
Yep.
Ooh, 13.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you pull a card out, and it is... as you take the card and pull it out, a shape begins to take hold in the space. The minute you take the card out, the shape of Noina. All right.
Oh, no.
The shape of Medusa manifest in the space. It's a snake woman who just sort of like looks directly at you. It's as if the creature is in the space, just sort of swishing back and forth and making eye contact. Robin will change his eyes with his changeling ability to reflect the glow and been like, oh, I see. You've chosen the Medusa. You're probably misunderstood in some capacity. Where others might view you as a bit of a monster, your story is complicated and fierce. But I feel like many an individual may have gotten in trouble for staring at you for too long. And being distracted by certain details when they should be paying attention to something else entirely.
You're good.
I've learned from the best. And he will hand her the Medusa card.
I will take it, and she will add it to her deck.
Well,
When did you learn to do that?
when did I learn to do what?
When did you learn to do that?
I had a mentor in the Fey courts. He taught me a lot.
That was real good. That was great.
It's the act of bullshittery. I learned from the best. So,
Wowza. So,
where's...
are you done?
Yeah,
I'm done.
Amor, where should we go next? It's your playground. We are merely visitors here. Where can we have the most fun as the night begins to wear on?
Hey, Mocats, where's the most fun place I would go?
I would say, like, the closest person to you, probably Amor. I would say you can be friends with Palasha the Mermaid. If you want to be friends with Palasha the Mermaid, that makes sense to you, right?
Yeah,
You like
absolutely.
that?
So we're gonna go
Okay.
visit her. Perfect. And she like claps her hands like, I have a very best friend that I think you all would adore. And she turns on her feet and starts walking toward where she is. And the animals do follow her wherever she goes.
It's like a parade.
Yes.
Zoe-san, would you like to ride on the elk?
Yes.
I will help Zoe-san onto the elk so she can ride the elk to where we're going. And I will, I'm going to, oh gosh, do I have this spell? Hold on. I don't have the spell. Never mind, don't worry about it.
Fair enough.
We'll find-
Anybody looking at the map, they are headed over towards Silversong Lake, which has a giant clamshell in the middle. And you are all drawn by Amor to go onto the tiny, tiny pier that is in the middle of the lake. As you guys see a giant sphere filled with water in the middle of this clamshell, almost like a pearl in the center of this big, the shell in the middle of the lake. And you do see a mermaid inside. She is beautiful. She is blue all over, blue hair, blue scales, blue skin, adorned in pearls of all shapes and sizes. And she instantly perks up seeing Amor walk over. And she kind of taps on the glass and does a wave. And you guys, you can't hear anything but kind of like gurgles coming from inside the water. She's clearly on a job right now. She's just kind of, she is a attraction for folks going on the gondola swans. So.
Oh, she's working right now.
Does she talk?
She does. She's just
Okay.
underwater, so you can't understand her. You try talking underwater. It's very hard. I've tried. It's not
I mean, I
fun.
can do it, but like,
Well, not all of us can breathe underwater.
well,
Well, I mean, Gunther, why don't you hop in and say hello?
Well, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, so you should definitely do
yeah.
it.
I don't want to go into an attraction, but I will say, on the way, because we've taken a long rest, I can move the telecoms around, so I'm gonna link. We're gonna have a voice chat. It's gonna be Lofus, Robin, and Gunther on the telepathy.
Okay, me and Zoe are best friends now, so it's fine.
Trying to make my-
You
Trying
go
to
to
make my
talk
way
to
around.
you go to talk to Thoey, and Thoey's just doing laps in the elk right now.
I have told the elves to do whatever Zoe wants.
I don't really want to go into an exhibit.
No, you're right. You shouldn't go into the exhibit. Hey, Lofus, remind me, who was it that used their tools to open up the mirror door and brought everyone into? That was you, right? Wasn't it, Lofus?
No, that was not me. That was actually Gunther von Gunther.
Wait, no, but Gunther doesn't want to go into an attraction, so that couldn't have been Gunther.
I don't see why I'm being berated here. I was just trying to see what was going on, and last time I checked, we lost our rabbit. So excuse me.
I do want to just point out that I can go in there with the mermaid just by
Let's do
setting
it.
my echo in. But I wouldn't need
Is
to
this
unlock anything.
Fight right
It
now?
is a telepathic
Mhm.
fight,
Just-
so
what
me and
is-
you are just vibing with the animals right
These
now.
guys being dudes.
I will say this. I'll take a gold piece out and they'll go, first one to talk to the mermaid gets the gold piece.
I cut the link and
I
I
send
link.
my echo in there.
I cut the link. I link it with the mermaid. I'll burn the psychic die.
What?
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, she probably doesn't know until you say something, right?
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hi. Somebody that's able to talk to me. Oh my gods. And she kind of starts to like swim around in frantic circles. And she's waving at Amor and waving at all of you, trying to determine who the heck is in her head.
It's he'll point at me.
Best gold piece I ever spent. I'll flick it over to Gunther happily.
I got her. How are you? What do you do here?
I'm just for show.
Okay, you and our friend here apparently are best friends, yeah?
Yes.
Insight.
Sure.
Yeah, I probably believe it with a 10.
Yeah.
Cool.
You could swear that you see they have matching friendship bracelets, but hers is really
Jellybands.
soggy. She just kind of stares at you quizzically and looks at Amor and looks at Gunther, looks at Amor, looks at Gunther, kind of like a "Are you safe with them?" look.
She looks at you and then looks at Gunther, then looks back at you, and she points at her head and then points at Gunther.
I mean, you
Are
can
you
just.
talking to my friend in her head?
I am.
That's very rude. You have to
I
ask
just
before you
wanted
do
to
things like that.
I just wanted to say hi. And
We
to be
could
fair,
say
it says-
hi to her
And
after
to be
she's
fair,
done
it says
working.
willing creature, so she didn't have to pick up.
We could have said say hi to her when she's done working. She's working right
I
now.
wanted to say hi to her now. I wanted to tell her how much I appreciate her performance.
You haven't seen her performance. You know nothing.
How many people can fit in the gondola rides?
All of you.
All of us?
Fantastic.
Do we have to take
All of
separate spots, or do we?
No.
Okay.
They are gondola swans, so they are giant swans with baskets on their back.
Amazing.
Would you like to summon one?
I would definitely like to summon one.
What was the
Perfect.
purpose of this bit then?
No, we don't have to take this one, but I just wanted you to say hello. I thought it would be
That's
cool
fair.
to talk
You know
to
what?
a mermaid. And
my
OOC, if you asked any single character I've ever created if I would pay 1 gold to hear Mother of Cats do her mermaid voice, I'm going to
fair.
spend that gold piece.
Best gold coin I ever got. I'll tell you what. But now me and this mermaid are linked for a while.
Palasha looks very excited that you all are going to indulge in the wonderful trip that is a gondola swan ride as a giant swan with a name tag that says Featherine on it slowly approaches everybody and goes, "Oh my goodness, look at everybody that's here! Oh, what is joy?" And she kind of looks at everybody. What is joy?
What is
What?
joy?
What is joy?
Joy is this conversation, Featherine. It is an absolute pleasure.
Hop on in, why don't you? We don't have all evening.
When a swan asks you to hop in, you hop in, and Robin will hop in that little boat.
I feel like I have a reputation to hold, and I will jump in the boat.
Is everybody in the basket?
So we will join, yes.
It is optional. Not everybody has to get in the.
I have been on this ride multiple times. I will not be joining them.
Okay.
Company?
If you would like to.
Certainly.
Lopus, you get on the swan?
Yeah, I'm getting on the swan.
Is this a guided tour, or what are we doing here?
Oh, yes. I mean, I just kind of go in circles until the ride's over. Everybody give me a punch, please. And you see a small, like a puncher goes to take everybody's tickets out of the side of the basket.
I was gonna say, this is terrible. This is an awful way to start the ride.
Lofus is just like, no, we're not.
No, not.
That was the wrong kind of punch. I just swung.
I immediately, when she goes, all right, everyone give me a punch, Robin's hand is up catching Lofus's fist. Like, it's just like...
Robin catches Lofus' fist, the Echo just like...
Lofus, like, you did the same thing at the kid's birthday when they asked
Was
for a
he about to
punch.
punch the swan?
No. It's a long-standing bit with no end, which is the best kind of bit. So, like, it's just...
Like the plaque.
Like, sure, yeah, like the plaque. Into the boat we go. And I will just hand over my ticket for a little swan boat punch.
Perfect. As you guys are getting your tickets punched, you do start to move. It is assumed that you probably... I mean... The carnival assumes that you're not going to lie to it and that you do have a remaining punch on your ticket before boarding a ride that is an animated giant swan. So you guys notice this ride is just enormous swans that are gliding through the water that are pulling gondolas behind them for extra seating, but do have a giant basket on their back. And you see a couple ahead of you that kind of disappear into banks of silver mist as they wend their way down the river. And there is a little bit of like a jetty ahead that you see Featherine starts to swerve into to get the ride started. Is anybody here seasick at all? We all good? We're all familiar with the...
I'll tell you what, for the bit alone, yes, Robin gets a little seasick.
It would be hilarious if the pirate
Pirate
was
got
seasick.
Oh,
It would be
Lopez,
even funnier.
honey.
Lofus, do you want to... How about this, boys? Let's each roll a d20. Whoever rolls the lowest is the one that gets seasick.
Oh my.
Wow.
Big money,
I
no
love-
whammies.
Thoe finally gets like a girlfriend, and all of the guys have instantly like formed a small a group against.
Well, it's not Robin.
Okay,
I got a 5.
a 5. All right,
Ooh.
What'd you
Lofus.
get?
17.
Ugh.
Yeah, the frog gets seasick.
Wow.
It's gonna be the Pirate of the Frog, one of the two.
Gunther, with your telepathy, can Palasha still talk to you first, or do you have to
Yes,
talk to her first?
it's open communication. As long as we're on the same plane of existence.
Okay, Palasha notices this about you from swimmy boy to swimmy boy, and kind of gestures with a hand over to you and kind of points. There's a little box of crackers in the if you just wanna.
I'm used to
Yeah.
pot. Not this. And he'll go for the crackers.
Gunther, you alright?
No, I'm not. I'm fine. You know what? I'm fine.
You're looking a little green,
which-
even for a frog.
It's my job to clean those, so if you could please try
That's
and keep it outside of the swan.
That's fair. No, that makes sense.
You know, the last Von Gunther I've ever seen get seasick was Slippy Von Gunther. You wouldn't happen to be from his line, would you?
How long are you gonna keep this up?
Really? It was Slippy? You didn't think it was Ralph Gunther?
Oh my god. Before you guys can continue this clearly scripted conversation, Featherine pipes up, how do I know you all exist?
What?
Because we think.
Because you think? Well, that's not quite an answer I was looking for. I need everybody, to give me a dex save.
Okay.
What?
As Featherine a little bit peeved that you're not taking her questions seriously, you didn't answer the first one, and the second one wasn't really enthusiastic. She is actively trying to flip the basket to put you all into the
It
lake.
was enthusiastic enough.
What was the first question?
It's not her fault you're barfing up a storm there, Gunther, you know?
A 23.
A 12. But I stick the basket, so can I get this advantage?
A wet one.
Okay, you guys all pass. As Featherine kind of looks behind her, gives everybody, specifically the boys, a side eye and continues to swim along. If the world's so full of magic, is Is time an illusion? And she just kind of continues swimming for you guys.
Someone into the swan before we get kicked off again.
Time. That's a fascinating question. Time must be an illusion, right? Because there are certain magic users that have the ability to slow it, stop it, and speed it up. So time would be somewhat subjective.
Fabulous! You've earned yourself some gossip, my friend. Are you feeling froggy? And she winks at Gunther.
I mean as froggy as I can. Hit me with that tea. Yes, queen.
I punch him right in the thigh.
Ow!
Featherine is very excited to finally dish the tea, as it were, and she instantly Palasha realizes what is happening, Gunther, and she kind of gestures for you to cover your ears. This isn't necessarily good for me. It's a little bit embarrassing. If you wouldn't mind just
I can just cut the link. He'll just cut it. Thank you for your time, and I'll come visit again. We can chat it up after this, and he'll cut the link.
As you guys continue down the river, you're just making a giant circle around the carnival. Featherine delves into some of the gossip that she has heard around the carnival this evening. Oh my goodness, I did see Candlefoot, who, Gunther, you would know is at the Hall of Illusions. Candlefoot is kind of like the, he's a mime.
I hate it.
He made an absolutely disastrous attempt to propose to our dear Palasha here. It was quite the scandal. He was about to declare his love for the mermaid in front of everyone when the words just left him with a gasp. It was most unusual. He hasn't spoken a word since, unlike me. Palasha was very upset.
Oh, what a story! What a scandal! Had they been seeing each other for a while before he proposed?
Oh yes, years. They've been traveling the carnival together ever since it opened, it would seem. But unfortunately, am I allowed to say "damn" on the stream?
Yes, you may.
Unfortunately, that damn Kanku that just won't leave anybody alone. It appears she's stolen his voice.
Oh.
Kenku stole his voice. Oh.
She's really the worst.
She is, and that's what caused Palasha to say no.
Candlefoot had no voice to ask.
Candlefoot had, oh.
I don't think, yeah.
Oh, that seems fishy.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right, that took me a little while.
You got there. It's fine.
But yes, you all don't seem like the usual carnival sort.
Oh, what is the usual carnival sort?
Honestly?
Honestly.
Those who don't give a shit. And she kind of laughs to herself.
Robin is in love with this one. Like, this is the greatest. Like, he has not loved an individual of the circus other than the queen of the snails herself. Like, he's just. Oh, tell me everything. Do you all want to get off? Because I'm gonna ride this like 4 or 5 more times and just.
I will hold down Gunther's hold him down by the shoulder and say, "We'll gladly go with you, right, Gunther?"
I don't really have a choice.
Actually, no. As much as I would enjoy this, Gunther is looking a wee bit motion sick.
Say it. Green around the gills.
No, I would never say that. Stop it. Perhaps it would be best if you took us back to land, if you don't mind, dear.
Problem. And she does turn around and start to float downriver. But you guys see an awful lot of fish. are starting to gather along the bottom, kind of nipping at the swan's feathers, as the water begins to bubble a little bit. Amor, give me a perception check from dry land, please.
No.
Thoey, you're there too, right? With Amor?
I'm with Amor.
Yeah.
Oh, Thoe's on dry land as well. You can give me a perception check too, buddy.
That is a 15.
It was the voice cruise.
Boys cruise. Me and Thoy are vibing together. 15.
15, Thoe?
17.
17.
Yes.
Between the two of you, you guys on the boat start to see the girls on shore pointing and gasping, and Palasha from the inside of this small oyster pearl mini pool, I guess, that is keeping her above the regular water, looks beet red with anger of her embarrassing story being told. And there is a swarm of quippers, which are D&D piranhas, that are starting to surround the swan boat. I need everybody to roll initiative except for those on shore. You guys can go ahead and pre-roll, but she's not quite close enough to you two yet. Unless you want to do something ranged.
I have a longbow.
Okay. Thoe, what about you?
I'm on the land. Like, I'm on the land, so I can't.
Can you range attack?
Well, yeah,
If you want to roll initiative, if you have anything you want to do, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna. Well, they haven't done anything yet, right?
No, but Featherine is looking more and more bothered by the minute.
Okay, but if they're underwater, we wouldn't see it until they do something, correct?
They are like bubbling up at the surface. You can see gnashing teeth kind of sparkling against the moonlight.
Okay. All right.
And Featherine looks like she's being actively bitten. So you guys can probably see better than those on the boat can.
Okay, awesome. What I'm gonna do, actually, that makes sense. I'm gonna throw. Is that an area effect? It sure is. Sorry, a 20-foot cube. However many of them I can get in a 20-foot cube, I'm gonna throw fairy fire at them.
Okay. Yeah, because I am. The reason why I was asking is I am giving you two both a like ranged free action since you noticed this first.
Got it. And
like
since
we
that's
start combat.
ranged, then I'm gonna do that because that will help them in doing whatever they have to do. They'll be able to see them better.
Perfect.
So the most that I can get in a 20-foot cube.
I'll say like 20 of them.
I could only hit like one fish at a time. I don't feel that's gonna be helpful. So I'm gonna basically just scream out to my mermaid friend, and like telling her like stop it, like you can't do this, things like that.
They do have to fail a dex save, actually.
Okay.
So however you want to do that, it's a dex save of 14.
Sure, no worries at all. They rolled a 22. They rolled a 19 with a +3. No. I am so sorry. Give me a persuasion check if you want to use your free action, Amor.
Come on. 18 plus 2, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. What are you doing? Because you don't exactly have words to communicate to her.
Does she not hear us either? I thought
Give me a 50-50 roll to see if she's even looking at you right now to determine if she would even notice.
Like a D100, 1 to 50, no, 50 to 51 to 100, yes.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. Perfect. Come on. It's a 36. She's not looking at us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I can.
You can still give me a persuasion check at disadvantage if you have something physical you're willing to describe.
Oh, that's performance, not persuasion. Goodness Christ. Okay. So my disadvantage is 17. I'm going to. Oh, God. No. I want to distract her. I'm gonna jump in the lake.
You're jumping in the lake.
Yep.
Are you using your movement to swim towards the bitey boys? What
Not
are
the bitey boys. I was swimming to her.
Okay, I mean, to get over there, you have to get dangerously close to the fish. So if you want, when you get to that point, you can give me like a dex check
Okay.
to try and like. Okay, so we'll do that next round. That's
Cool.
good. What'd you get, buddy?
I got 21 initiative.
Okay. Lufus and Gunther.
12.
I got 15.
All right, perfect. So we've got Robin, then we've got Lofus, then we've got Gunther. All right, and Zoe, what'd you roll?
For the perception? What?
Initiative.
For initiative.
My dear.
Oh, got it. Okay. Oh, because that was a free action, and then got it. I understand now. It's an 18. Yeah.
An 18. Okay.
I got a 25 of my initiative.
Good gods.
Okay. So Featherine, this is gonna be Featherine's technical lair action. I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw again, as she is not necessarily trying to throw you guys off, but she is actively trying to swim and buck the basket off so that she has a way to, as a giant swan, fly out of the water. But unfortunately, you guys are too heavy for her to do so right now.
Oh no.
Do I need to roll since I adhere to surfaces?
You can roll with advantage.
Fair enough.
19.
Oh, that's good.
A 19 for Lofus,
A 17 for Robin.
17 for Robin. That's also a pass.
21.
21 for Gunther. That is also a pass. Okay, you all are rocked to heaven and back as she is actively trying to buck out of the water. You guys do see, unfortunately, she's not bleeding, but she has a lot of feathers in the water surrounding you guys, kind of floating out from this scene. Palasha looks visibly upset, seeing that she's hurting her friend, but she's kind of overcome with something right now, so she's not necessarily going to stop. Top of the order, though, is Amor.
I'm still swimming toward her.
Okay. Do this here. Go ahead. Yeah, give me that dex check.
30. The 25.
Okay. I will say, are you doing anything else other than swimming? Because you can get to the boat if you want.
When I get to the boat, I have to swim through the piranhas. And I don't want to do that. I'm trying to get her to distract her, to like calm her down. I want to get to Palasha to calm Palasha down. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Do you want to bang on the glass? Are you saying anything?
Oh, yeah, I'm banging on the glass, trying to get her to turn toward me.
Okay. You notice her eyes are glazed over a little bit when you look at her through the glass.
Okay.
Is that all you want to do on your turn? She doesn't really react to you.
Can I, as an action... I want to try to break the glass. Can I...
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a spell. I haven't done an action, right? Does that... Or was trying to bang on the glass my action?
I will say to get there, you probably would have had to use, like, all of your movement. So, like, a dash action situation.
I'll use my bonus action.
You can...
Oh.
How about... I'll say you can use your reaction if she does anything else to hurt anybody to try and break the glass to stop her.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, unless you have a bonus action attack.
I do not have a bonus action attack.
Okay.
So we're good.
Okay. Robin, what do you want to do, buddy?
He pulls out his lute and I backed my swan into piranha the other day. Well, we just swam, sometimes life's okay. The mermaid's pissed. She didn't know what we would say. She just laughed, yeah, things are not okay. Ah, baby, we'll all float on, okay. Yeah, and I will cast Levitate on the bucket that's holding Lofus, Gunther, and myself. Ah, baby, we'll all float on, okay. Like...
I will say you can do that, but... I mean, it is like strapped onto her. You're gonna have to.
Can I levitate her then to take away like the weight that's holding? Like if it's, I want her to be okay. If I could levitate her off of the water with us on her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can levitate the swan. That's fine.
Yeah. I will levitate the swan off the ground. You know, off the water and things of that sort, with us all still attached.
Okay.
So,
Well, while that is happening, is this like an instant, or are you guys just like slowly like?
We rise up vertically.
How many feet?
10 feet. Like up in the, just away from those piranha, unless they're hoppers. But I'm just like, we need to get you out of the water, dear. You know what I mean? So I get her out of the water.
Okay, Featherine looks nervous as all heck. Because this,
But Featherine, it's all right. Breathe.
Oh!
Breathe.
Oh! And she's kind of like starting to hyperventilate a little bit. Does that complete your turn, Robin?
I'm gonna use that song to also cast to give inspiration to Featherine. If they have any other sort of checks or things to make. So Featherine has a little bit of a DM inspiration. A little tiny robin like appears above their head, and they're like, "It's gonna be all right. Don't worry about it too much." And they're just sort of like running around their head.
Perfect. Zoe, I'm realizing I skipped you. You should have been before Robin.
It's okay.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna get in the water and head towards the fish, and meanwhile turn into a giant octopus.
yeah.
Wow. Great.
The Kraken has arisen.
Zoe the Kraken. Great. Great for me.
So,
are you doing
yeah.
anything other than that?
Well, I have a swim speed of 60 feet. So how quickly can I get to them? Okay. Well, then I suppose I will attack them. So I can. Oh, actually, that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna use my ink cloud. A 20-foot radius cloud of ink extends all around the octopus. If it's underwater, the area is heavily obscured for 1 minute. Although a significant current can disperse the ink. And then I can use the dash action as a bonus action. So basically, I'm going to obscure all the water from all that fish and get out of there.
Wow. Okay. I mean, 20 feet. There's not like that many of them. They're all gonna have like disadvantage on their attacks and stuff with the with the ink. So if that's good for you, okay, sweet. Is that it?
Well, for now.
For now, okay. Lofus, what are you doing, buddy?
Outside of singing along with Robin, I will manifest my echo down at the water and start attacking the piranha that are there.
Okay. I mean, you can just... Are you, like, doing anything in particular? Because, I mean, you just see them kind of popping up near the surface of the water. You can... I mean, it's gonna do the same thing to any of them. There aren't, like, special ones, from what you can tell, or anything. Like, there's not, like, a leader.
No, I'm just taking them out.
Okay. Sounds good. Give me attack rolls.
Waiting for a fish to jump up. Whack.
Yeah, pretty much, because I'm like, let's go down 5 feet, let's do, and start attacking. 21 to hit.
Yep.
15 points of damage.
Okay, you take out probably like 5 or 6 of them in one go. Like, we're doing cleave damage with these things. Perfect. Oh, bless for a sesh. For Zoe. That's so nice.
Yeah.
I saw Zoe doing hard hands and I was like, what's going on?
What's happening?
Thank you, Icky V. So nice, buddy.
Zoe for the octopus. That's an Icky V move from back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Lufus, do you just have one attack still?
Yes. We're only level 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only
I was just making sure. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, that would be it.
Fabulous. Good turn, buddy. Gunther, what are you doing?
As my main action, I'm gonna reestablish the connection with our mermaid friend. And I'm gonna take. Hey, it's me again. What if I told you could talk to him again? Would that chill you out?
You hear
You're
TV
you're
static
the person
in your head, buddy.
the person who you said, or the person who couldn't talk to you anymore. The mime in the Hall of Illusions. What if you could talk to him again, and hear his response? I can do that. But you need to stop this.
She looked up at you for a second. Gunther, give me a persuasion check with advantage. This isn't necessarily going to stop it, but it might do
doesn't hurt to
something.
try. Alright, persuasion, my best.
If you're willing to use your turn on it, I mean, I'll reward you for that.
Heck yeah, let's do it. Persuasion. Oh yeah, +0, fantastic. 11, but I'm also gonna burn a psychic die. I'm gonna add a d6 to that.
Is that with advantage? Okay, yeah, that is, huh?
So it's 15 altogether with my stuff.
Did the bard give inspiration, I thought?
No, the
Is
bard
that what you were saying, Robin?
No, the bard. I mean, I wish I could in the moment. The bard gave
Okay.
inspiration to the swan the last turn,
Perfect.
because they seemed like they were in the most immediate danger. So
Good. Okay. I was just checking, making sure I'm not cheating anybody out of any. So what is that total, Gunther?
So with everything, with a +0 to persuasion, that's a 15.
A 15. She looks back down, but the fish stop actively attacking Featherine. They are stopping jumping above the water in any capacity. Now all of the rest of them are going to actively go for Thoe as a giant octopus. That is Featherine. But she is fine where she's at. She looks back, she turns around kind of with a pleading thank you look at Robin. And Amor, what are you doing? I mean, I'll let you try and break that glass now if you want. Is that still what you want to do?
Yeah. If they've stopped attacking, but they're
With my
going
bonus.
after Thoe now.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to
Before you make a decision, because I may be pretty far away from them at this point, because I don't know how far it was from land to them, because that was part of my 60 feet of movement. But then I used the dash action as a bonus action, which doubles whatever my movement was left away from them. So I may be really, really far away from them at this point.
Okay,
It's
the
kind
bonus
of
action, I would have blurted out that I'm back on, I've connected with the mermaid again, at least mentally.
all right.
Okay. With Featherine out of harm's way and him saying that, I'm going to use my movement to swim backwards, back towards land, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast at the group of piranhas.
Okay. I will say this though. I mean, Thoe, you haven't taken any damage. And Featherine didn't take any damage either. There were just feathers all over the place. Are you still actively attacking?
Was moving out of any place where they could attack me, because I can't really attack them with anything other than ink as an octopus, because I can only really attack one at a time, and there are too many for it to be worth it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was basically get in there, ink the spot, get out, so I can figure out what to do next. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and blast him then, because Thoe's nowhere close. So you won't be hurting Thoe if that makes you feel any better.
I will pull these rolls up for you so you can see them, because that's another natural 20.
I believe you.
I'm so sorry.
This is what happens when you have guests. I mean,
Oh
you
my
know.
God.
Do we
Oh,
see
God.
them Eldritch Blast? Like it's pretty obvious?
That's 32 points of damage.
Yes, it's obvious.
All right. Cool. Great. Love it.
There is a huge splash as a small fountain of seemingly fine fish, but they've stopped moving, kind of erupt from the water and land on the surface, and they float. They're no longer swimming. There's still a few. I'm gonna say there's still like 4 of them from what you can tell. There's not. I mean, the water's pretty black, so you're not completely sure, but it's a trickle. Is that all you want to do?
Yeah, I can't do my bonus action, so I'm swimming towards shore.
Okay. Though you're up, buddy.
All right. Would I even be able to tell how many are left in the water? I mean, I have dark vision, but that's a little different than like see-through ink vision. But
I mean, they're close to the surface. Are you like peeking your little octopus head like up over the water? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell there's a couple left from where you're at. I mean, octopuses are octopi. They're very smart. I know that.
What? If there's a couple left, I might as well. Okay, I'll go in and the closest to me, I'm gonna go ahead and just attack with my little tentacles. It is a this is weird to roll. Okay, so it's a +5 to hit. So I'm just gonna roll a d20 on here, and we'll just add a 5 to it because it's not letting me click on it.
Sure.
Oh, that's a 19 + 5. That's 24 to hit.
Definitely doesn't miss.
Yay! And then it's a it's 2d6 + 3 on the target. And if it gets, it can get grappled as well if I hit it. Escape DC 16. So I'll just do 2d6 + 3. Yeah, it's probably going to take it out. But I'm rolling the 2d6 right now. So it's 8 + 3, 11.
Wow. Okay. Perfect. Are you doing this in any particular way? Because you're about to destroy all 4 of them.
Oh, no, that's fine. Well, I mean, I'm an octopus and they're fish, so I might as well eat them.
I love this for you.
Question, Zoe.
Yeah?
Anything that you eat as an octopus, does it go away when you go back to being Zoe?
I imagine it's incorporated into, like, it's not like it disappears. So, yeah, it's probably still in me.
Oh, man.
So
Okay.
if it's toxic, hey, we'll figure this out later, huh? Later being in, like, a minute or 2.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go ahead and prepare cure wounds.
No, it's not necessarily that. My boys on the boat, give me perception checks for these fish.
Sure.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
A nat 20? I mean, if you guys want to help, you can, but I mean, that'll do it.
17.
These are plastic fish that are now floating on the top of the water. Lofus, you as a pirate, you know these are not real instantly. Are you informing anyone of this?
Hey, Robin,
Oi!
Gunther, these are toy fish. If you look right there, if you look at the ones that I took out there, they're actually toys. It looks like they're made of plastic.
What's like? Well, I mean, it's good to know, but I mean, nobody's gonna eat them or anything. They're fish in the water.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody did eat them, I mean, what would it do to them?
Oh, probably mess up their inside something fierce. But I mean,
Yeah, but who would do that?
you'd have
Would those realize, would they taste like plastic when the octopus put them in their mouth?
Do octopus have taste?
Like when a shark bites a human, it spits it out because it doesn't like it. So like if you eat plastic, you're also gonna feel.
That's a shark. Google. Does
Yeah.
octopus have taste buds?
Because they have
Or, I mean, octopuses, they live in the ocean. Isn't, like, aren't like microplastics a problem in the ocean?
Okay, so this is funny.
That's not like ooh, fish bait plastic.
Yeah.
An octopus's taste buds are on their the suckers of their arm. So the
Okay.
so the
So when
minute
I grabbed it,
yeah.
Chat just got it too. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I
You learned
mean,
something, chat.
Thoey, it's up to you whether or not you swallow after like putting them in your tentacles and putting them in your mouth.
Go with the
I
boot.
think octopus would be like, ooh, don't want to eat the plastic fish, but would probably chuck them.
Okay. You guys, probably throw it like over Featherine, like this is like a field goal situation, and the boys on the boat, you just see as 4 plastic fish like are just diving over you guys.
I
Amor,
thought it was supposed to
Yeah.
be when pigs fly. I don't.
Flying fish. It's a thing.
real quick,
Yes.
you notice,
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming, I mean, are you looking back over at your friend?
Yeah.
You notice as Palasha has a hand around her mouth and is quickly being dragged to the bottom of this pearl pool. As a gray individual in a moon mask kind of transports her through the bottom of this pearlescent, pearl-shaped pool, and she disappears.
Does that cut off the link between me and her?
Yes.
Okay. Do I know anything about this man in a moon mask?
You know, no.
I don't.
You don't. Gunther does, though.
Ha ha ha! I'm diving.
You're diving?
I'm diving.
You're not telling us any of this. You're just like, okay.
I scream her name because she's being dragged, and I dive.
With
Okay.
the name scream and me getting cut off, I would let the boys in the boat know that that something's happened to the mermaid.
The one that sent the piranhas after the swan?
I don't think they're a piranha. I think it might have just been part of the ride. But she's gone now. I can't talk to her.
Okay. First we check on our good feathered girl. All right, our good who deserves a bit of a union break. Maybe some snacks, some orange slices, or something
Want a
along those
cracker?
lines. We've got, dear, are you all right? Featherly, are you okay?
Featherine smiles a swanny smile at you, Robin. Yes, quick favor. Could you let me down, please?
Yes.
I'm not used to...
Absolutely. I'm gonna let you down slow, okay? And I'm just gonna bring her down back to the ground and let go of levitation, and be like, Feather, would you mind bringing us over towards where the mermaid was?
Absolutely. There's a small sploosh as she makes contact with the surface of the lake, and she does take you guys over to the now empty pearl. It is also drained of water.
If Gunther saw a Moor go, he's gonna jump in because he can breathe underwater. He's just gonna go straight in.
Okay.
Well,
neither of
finally,
you guys-
we are here and we can have a son of a.
You wanted to be in the attraction. I'm going in now.
We hear yelling at us from the water.
Oh yeah.
Where's Thoey? Do we know where Thoey is?
Following the boat.
Zoe, as an octopus still, you feel the vibrations of the swan's sploosh back into the lake, and you are easily able to get over there, minding the ripples in the water.
If I can, I'll crawl out because I can hold my breath for an hour as an octopus. So if I can, I'll just crawl out right into the boat with them.
As a giant octopus, you're gonna try and
Why not?
fit into this basket?
We immediately capsize. We like a giant. Like we immediately.
No,
Poor
No,
Lopez is
here's
having
the
war
thing.
flashbacks.
The little gondola that's being pulled in the back, just in case there's too many passengers to ride on her. You can have that. Do you want that?
That's even better. I love that image of just an octopus like on the gondola.
Yeah. Okay.
Tentacles
It
just
is-
trailing behind in the water.
It is dangerously close to filling with water. There's maybe like a couple inches and water's like lapping up over the ends of the gondola a little bit, but you
So-
fit. That's
Thoe, is that you? Could we change back into not or maybe dive into the water and see if you can help the individuals that have left the boat and me and
Okay.
I would say
Why not?
either go one of two directions.
Are we
Change
still in the water right now?
right now. There's only two people that you can see, and it's me and Lopez, who look very confused, because everyone else has abandoned and just sort of dived into the pool. So
Sure. You know what? Piggyback rides. So we'll swim around and as a giant, because I just realized I'm a giant octopus, so I'm big enough that people could ride on octopus.
Robin's gonna go,
Let's
this
go
is
out.
very sweet, Thoe. We can't hold our breath or breathe underwater like you can.
But I can
So,
stay on top of the water. I can hold my breath.
but
I mean, I can't tell you that, but I would be staying on the surface of the water.
Thoe, I get that you're probably trying to communicate that you could stay on the surface of the water.
The octopus would be staying on the surface of the water so people can grab onto like a tentacle and be tugged back to
What?
land.
Why would we do this? We're gonna stay on the boat. Everyone else has dove into the water to
People
solve.
in the water.
We've dove down. 'cause our
They're
friend
solving a
is here.
problem. So either turn into a human and be on the boat with us, or go help them solve the problem in the water. Okay, go do that. No piggyback rides for anyone.
Can I just real quick say this is session 2 in a row of poor Robin being forced to like over-explain a plan. At least this time you didn't have to ask the person like.
Are you sure they didn't ask anything else?
Right.
Good lord.
Okay.
Before Gunther jumped over, he probably would say he's gonna go help, but I'm not sure if we can go that far back.
Sure. I mean, yeah, that's fine. So we've got the one person who's like genuinely water navigation adept, our pirate, still in the basket, right? And then we've got the very tall elf and the frog who's currently battling seasickness. Both
Yep.
going under the water.
The seasickness on the water and the seasickness in the water are two different things.
Okay. You mean the seasickness, like rad, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
It
cool.
cancels
cool,
out.
cool,
You know?
Ooh, ah.
Okay.
Nice secondhand seasickness.
Do either of you guys have dark vision?
Yeah,
Zoe?
actually.
Gunther. Okay.
I do.
You do? Perfect. You guys do see, Palasha is just kind of hanging out in her, she has a little dressing room down there, but she looks fine.
Oh man.
I kind of wave my hands over in her direction.
Can I
Oh.
connect to her?
Yeah, you can. She comes over to the glass and starts like tapping on it and waving at Amor real quick.
I will connect with I'll connect with Amor, and hey, she was gone. Like, yeah, it's me, the frog. She was gone. Like, she was gone for a moment. Like, I can usually keep this up with anybody, but she
Uh-huh.
blipped out. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
that's her.
I saw a man in a moon mask drag her under.
Oh,
Oh?
we need to go.
Why?
We need to go.
Go?
Go up. and he will start motioning. He will start motioning to the surface.
Well, don't make it obvious, and I'll wave at Portia and smile, and I'll start swimming.
As soon as he breaks the surface, he'll make his way to the crew, whether they've made land at this point or they're back on Featherine. He's gonna make his way to him.
You guys can instruct Featherine to take you back to the port area. That is fine. You guys are now all back on dry land, if you wish.
Ah, ugh. God, I hate water.
And Gunther will just exposit about the man in the moon mask. And knowing that
I don't know about it. I need you to tell me.
Ryan's forgot a little bit as well, but I'll get you the notes.
Thank you.
It is a woman in a moon mask. And real quick, Gunther, before you continue, Thoe, are you still a octopus? Perfect.
Until I don't need to be anymore. Yes.
Awesome. Go ahead, Gunther.
But the lady in the moon mask, she lives in mirrors. All this kind of, he's kind of exposits what he knows about her, and confirms once again that she was pulled out. Like, as long as I'm on, like, within a mile and within the same plane of existence, I can keep this up anytime. She was gone, so I don't think that is her.
All right. If that's not her, then
or shift change or something. But that was a forcibly knocked out blip.
in her, she was in what, a bit of a dressing room or a place like that?
Yeah, it looked
like
like.
dressing room.
Was there any mirrors in the dressing room?
Yes.
So, could she have been pulled into one and something else came out?
I think so.
They're being pulled into mirrors?
We've seen it sort of happen.
This is the same mirror lady that we saw in the dressing room, like the second session. Yes.
No.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Then we need to figure out a way to get her back, and it seems like all of these places have been leading us to that freaking mirror maze. I think it's time.
I mean, we actively see someone being yanked into it now, and they're being replaced.
Yeah.
Whether that's her and her own faculties or not, she was pulled down there for a reason. So.
All right.
So people are getting pulled into mirrors, and you want to go into the house of mirrors.
To save them, right? If she's in duress, then we need to do.
What happens if you get pulled into one?
Then woe be to the creature that pulls us into a mirror.
We'll
Have
find
you
out
told anyone about this?
We assume that people know.
Well, we did.
I don't know anything about this.
Well, luckily, we've told one employee that actually works here and has a close and personal relationship with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and so hopefully they can get the proper authorities involved.
Okay. I'll go tell him what's happening.
Okay.
Okay.
God, Zoe! It's
said.
time! What are we doing in what? Still in octopus? Can't I thought octopus? Can they hold their breath? For a
Yes, for 1 hour.
No.
So
Billy knows this. Robin.
Down into the water to rescue the mermaid. I might as well stay in octopus form, but I can't tell you that.
No.
I can go.
I will go to land and I will go try to find Mr. Witch.
Hey, Robin will go with you a few steps. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Where'd you learn to do that?
Do what?
The blasty thing.
Blasting thing.
I've only known one person who could teach people that move.
And who's that?
My mentor.
Probably didn't learn it from him.
Who'd you learn it from then?
A very personal question for someone I just met.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Go see if you can find him. I guess we'll start walking towards the mirror maze.
All right, I will meet you there.
All right.
I know. Pat knows. I'm not telling.
Is there a part in cinematically where Thoe in octopus form is walking with us, and we're all walking, where our paths might diverge, like where Amor's going one way and we're going the other towards the mirror maze? Yeah.
I'm gonna burn another. I'm gonna burn another psychic die. It's my second one I'm burning. Since our proficiency went up, I can now have the three of us, including Gunther, telepathically.
All right.
So you're cutting me out.
I'm cutting you out.
That's fair.
All right. As we're walking towards the mirror maze, I'm going to take the card that was given to me and tuck it into a tree as we're walking in towards the carnival. Just like putting it in the branch.
Okay. As you guys are walking towards the Hall of Mirrors, Amor, are you going over to like the tent where Witch and Light are famous? Okay. You guys all have to pass him to get where you're going. Leaning up against the side of the Hall of Mirrors that currently has a on lunch sign over the front. Mr. Light takes it off. The on lunch sign that's over the front of the Hall of Mirrors. And out of his pocket, he draws the card that Robin just deposited onto a tree. And Robin, if you look back, the card is no longer there. Mr. Witch makes eye contact with Amor over from the cart area where he and Light share a tented cart over in the staff region of this carnival. And Mr. Light, he'll address you, Robin. I'm sorry, are you looking for something?
I am. We are. Me, the frog, the pirate, and the big ass octopus are looking for answers. People are being taken and traveling through mirrors, and we just watched a poor girl sort of get dragged into who knows where, cut off from existence, and there's something going on here, and the only thing that we have to go off of is that mirrors are the root cause of it. So I'm tired of this. Whatever games are afoot here, whatever sort of mad smile behind the painted one, we want to know the truth.
Moore's eyes are locked with Mr. Witch, and she's not pulling him away.
Okay. Huh. I was afraid you'd never ask. We can go now. And he'll gesture, and Mr. Witch will turn to his right and kind of form a clearing so you guys can get behind the big top tent so you can safely get into the staff area without needing any sort of staff clearance. And Mr. Light will twirl his baton and gesture for you all to follow Mr. Witch. Are you going?
Gunther will just kind of like put his hands on the empty dagger holsters. And you see just like a handle just pop up just for half a second, and he'll walk through first.
I will.
Before you, I was gonna say before you get through, Mr. Light does put a hand on your shoulder, Gunther. There's no need for violence here.
No, I'm sure. And look, and he pulls out the handle. He goes, look, they're not even there.
I
Fine.
will playfully take the toy dagger I found in that one session and say, "No violence," you say, and stab Gunther in the back.
Mr. Light will smirk and look at you, Gunther. I'm happy to see someone is enjoying the festivities.
I'm having a great time.
He allows you through, Lofus. Amor, are you just going in?
I'm waiting till everyone else goes in.
Okay, you can stand next to Mr. Witch if you want.
I am.
Robin
I'm
and
gonna
Zoe.
drop my octopus form.
Oh, thank God.
Zoe,
Oh, there's
can we
Zoe.
say, just for fun, you try to fit through? I mean, octopuses can fit through anything that's the size of their beak or smaller. So you can probably try to fit through the
Let's
the
do
bushes.
it. Yes, and yes.
Okay, you get through to the other side, but Mr. Light gestures at you that you might not fit inside the cart.
My beak and my tentacles droop, and then I drop.
Perfect. Robin, Mr. Light extends the card that he took from you back out to you. I would advise not leaving anything behind here.
You know, you're the second powerful Fey being that said those exact words to me. The other one said it years ago, but the message still rings true, doesn't it? And he'll snatch the card from his hand. And grab his loot and walk in.
Okay. I think that's where we're going to end our session. We will
I
start
have a
next week
question.
with the meeting with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Before we leave, Amor just wants to look up at Mr. Witch and then seriously ask him, "Do you know what's going on?"
My dear, do not worry yourself with these things. My goodness. And he kind of shuffles you away with a hand, doesn't actually directly touch you, but he will hobble swiftly behind Mr. Light through the pathway he made and hold it just long enough for you to go through if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, great session. Awesome. Glad we liked Featherine. That's fun. Are we rating anybody?
Sure. Go over to Cerner.
Cute. Love that for us. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you, cats. Thank you, chat. And hard hands out. Thank you, guys.